This is Mr. Martin. These are video notes for Pre-Calculus Advanced. This is Unit 9. This is Section 9.4. These are the last couple of examples in your packet. If you haven't tried these yet, go ahead and give these a try before you look at the solutions. If you have tried these already, the answer for this first one, so you could kind of check to see if you've done it correctly, is negative 13I plus 11J. Okay, and I'll go through that solution in a minute. And for the second problem, the answer to this one was 9, negative 18. Okay, so normally we want to answer in the same form as the vectors that the vectors have in the problem. So in the first example, these vectors are in standard unit vector form, so we answered in standard unit vector form. In the second problem here, these are also in standard unit vector form, but the problem specifically says find the components. Okay, so that's why we answer in component form. So just make sure that you are reading the problems carefully to know how you should write your answers. Alright, so if you had some trouble with these, I'm going to go through the solutions. Since I want to find 2u minus 3v, first I'm going to find 2u. So that's going to be 2 times, and I'm just going to convert these to component form because I find it easier to work with them. So u is going to be 1, 1, and v is going to be 5, negative 3, and then I'll just convert it back at the end. So 2u is going to be 2 times 1 comma 1, so that's going to be 2, 2, and then 3v is going to be 3 times 5, negative 3, so that's 15, negative 9. And I like to write them vertically like this because now it's a simple matter of just subtracting these to get 2u minus 3v. So that's going to give me 2 minus 15, which is negative 13, and 2 minus negative 9, which is going to be positive 11. And since our vectors were given in standard unit vector form, I want to change this to standard unit vector form, which would be negative 13I plus 11J. Alright, as always, let me know if you have questions. Alright, now for this one, it's a little bit more complicated. We want to find 3 times the quantity u minus 2v minus 6w. So I'm going to work this out in parts. So let's do 2v first. So 2v is going to be 2 times, and again, I'm going to convert these to component form. Again, that's just my preference for working with these. So that's 1, negative 2. This is 3, 1. This is negative 4, 1. Alright, so it's 2 times 3 comma 1, so that's going to be 6, 2, so that's 2v. Then I can do u minus 2v. So u was 1, negative 2, so that's going to be 1 minus 6. I'll subtract my x components, and then negative 2 minus 2, I'll subtract my y components, and that gives me negative 5, negative 4. Alright, and then I'm going to do 3 times that, so 3 times u minus 2v. So that's 3 times negative 5, negative 4. So that gives me negative 15, negative 12. Alright, and now I need 6w, so 6w is going to be 6 times w was negative 4, 1. So that's going to give me negative 24, 6. And then I'm just going to subtract these two. So I'm looking at these two here. Just subtract. And I've got negative 15 minus negative 24, so that's where I get my 9. And negative 12 minus 6 is negative 18. And again, we wanted it in component form, and there we have our answer. Okay, so feel free to rewatch. Make sure you're asking questions if you have them. This is something I'd expect you to know how to do, and we'll see you next time.